Hello, everyone. What's up? Hi, beautiful people. I'm Rhonda from Texas. I'm Rhonda's lovely Sparks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my God, I have something to share. You know, my mind never, ever quits. Hubby is a great inspiration for me because when hubby and I first met, and we weren't married yet, and this man turned me on because he loved politics. You know, and I get go live. I got to get my groove on by getting everything all copacetic. Got to like put on. So yeah, I'm wearing this because you know what, y'all, I am the queen of my destiny. It's why I'm wearing this crown. I am the queen. I'm trying to get this on right. Ouch. I don't know how Queen Elizabeth, when she was alive, how she wore this thing on her head. But I tell you what, Miss America, all of y'all out there, shout out because I can't seem to really get my groove on with this part. But oh well. Y'all get the message. Y'all get the message. Let me check out all of my things online to make sure my volumes are working. My hubby is in the kitchen. He's prepping. He's prepping. My beautiful hubby. I'm going to have to move some things around because I don't like what this looks like. Uh, okay. Whew. I feel better. I look better. I got to get my junk all together, all ready for y'all. And let me share this. Shout out to Mike Aldana. Shout out. Guess what he done did for me? Guess what he done did for your girl? Mike Aldana sent me an email that got my juices flowing. Oh my God. He sent me an email. They got my juices flowing. And I'm going to talk about something that hit me, how we, as the Democrat Party, can benefit from Trump being president. Oh, snap. No, she didn't. No, she didn't go there. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, yes, I did. I'm taking it there. I'm taking you there. I'm going not to sell you a bunch of bull BS, but just give you some insights and some positivity uh, about what to look forward to this year. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, good. Looks like everything's working fine. I was checking my backup, making sure everything is copacetic. So I was inspired. My juices are flowing. I'm going to read to you an email that Mike Aldana sent me. I'm looking for my email, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Because it's about you first. It's about you first. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing fine. I wanted to share real quick too that I posted in the community tab that I'm starting something also new. It'll post around 12 o'clock today. Prayer request. So if there is prayers that you all have, you can send me an email. Check out the community tab, or you can send it your request in the comment if it's private and personal. Let me know what you want me to say and let me know what is private, okay? And so I think that's important for us to bring that into going into the new year. Uh Something that we all need is prayers, because I'm a witness and I believe in prayers. I don't know why my shirt is all crooked and stuff. Gosh. Seems like when you get older, your body becomes more liberated. That's right. I'm all about being positive. I'm not going to be negative about getting older. I love getting older because guess what? I get to get out of the way so my grandbabies can take over the world, right? That's the great thing about getting older. Go, go, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, go, go, get out the way. Oh my God, our little babies are the future. We got to bring birth to fresh, new little babies to protect our democracy. That's your cat. I saw a cat behind me. Um, I'm live streaming. I'm excited. I had some, your girl had some work to do. Okay. But I understand being also a content creator, you got to go with the flow. That's why I'm so glad to eventually, 1 year, I've been working on that I can go live at a drop of a dime, right? That's my dream. Is to get things set up where when I get inspired that I can go live. Bam. Is it drop of a dime or drop of a hat? Okay, so hubby said it's drop of a hat. But hubby says drop of the dime too. Guess what hubby is doing, y'all? He's been working on his Thanksgiving menu for weeks and weeks and weeks, really for a whole year. But he's tied it down now where he picked up some groceries. Hubby is going back to town because we live in a rural area. So he's got to go back to town to check out this guy, that this black man, this old farmer who sells green, what's he sell? Greens and collard greens and onions and okra and tomatoes and stuff. Tomatoes, okra, potatoes, potatoes and greens and okra and onions and collard greens and turnip greens and hubby said old black ass man. You go dark, dark, so dark, dark. Hubby said dark, dark, so dark. I'm going to add this. Dark. He makes Wesley Snipes look. He makes Wesley Snipes look like a white man. He's so dark and beautiful. That's right. He's dark, dark, oh so dark, dark, black and beautiful. Oh yeah. So hubby's gonna go look for him when he goes to town. He has old raggedy truck, Andre. He got an old raggedy ass pickup truck that's paid for and insured. He backs his truck up on the side on the side of the highway. It's like, is it a highway? It's a highway off of Highway 80. Highway 80 is one that I think the longest highways in this United States of America. I believe. Don't quote me on that. But United States Highway 80, okay, in our town, he backs that truck up way up. And everybody who knows this town, when they're driving, they get whiplash at that location because they know they're looking for him. He sells green tomatoes. Okay, because if y'all know about fried green tomatoes, if you don't, you've been living under a rock. So get your recipe. Y'all go out there and look for fried green tomatoes and fry it because it's very Meg Ryan moment. So freaking good, y'all. Oh my God. So hubby's gonna go to town. He's gonna look for homie that is highly respected in our town who sells fresh vegetables from his garden, fresh produce. And he, huh? Yeah, he said fresh vegetables, fresh produce. And so he's going to look for the fresh collard greens so he can cook that for Thanksgiving. Straight out the garden. Hubby said with the worms and the bugs and everything. With dirt on it, like real collard greens. It ain't that washed cute stuff from Whole Foods. Don't sue me, Whole Foods. Don't sue me. I'm just saying. He took it straight out the garden with his dirty hands, full of grit and old age and knowledge and true grit and knowledge and survival and all that good stuff that he's putting in the mix in his garden. Cow manure. He ain't buying no sack of fertilizer. Trust that. He's using original cow shit. He's using some strong proteins for his garden. Okay? That means he has the most beautiful cantaloupes and watermelons, the biggest onions, sweet potatoes, huh? We're going to be eating some, what hubby said, he's going to be eating some shitty ass greens. And Lola's getting ready for work. Hello, Lola. Lola. Andre says, good morning, Lola. Lola. Hot sauce. No, Lola never gets tired of me saying that. You know I'm live. You know I get pissy when I'm live. I'm live. I get pissy. I get pissy when I'm live. So Lola said, good morning, Andre. And Mothra is steadily teaching Chadwick on how to be a grown ass cat. And hubby says it's not going to work because Chadwick is a male. You know how men's are. They got their own way of life. I'm glad you're getting ready for work, Lola. I just love my Lola. I'm going to brag about my cherries forever and ever, ever, and ever, ever, ever. So hubby's asking, do you have to work on Thanksgiving, Lola? Do you have to work on Thanksgiving? So I'm wearing my crown. And people say, why are you wearing your crown, Rhonda? Girlfriend? I'm wearing my crown because guess what? I'm not going to sit back and wait for anybody to put a crown on my head. Okay? I have a crown on my head because I am a queen. I'm thriving for more than just destiny. So Lola says, no, I'm off Thursday and Friday. Yay! We're gonna party. Come on, baby. Yeah, so hubby said we have a NFL football game on Friday for the first time. What? We're gonna party. Come on, baby, get on it. Ooh, I'm showing too much arm there. Let me like save some for the hubby. So hubby's not naked. He's wearing clothes and he's in the kitchen. What you working on, sweetheart? He's straightening up the kitchen. He is king of my life. I'm washing all the pots and pans and stuff like that I'm going to use. He's washing all the pots and pans. Even though pots and pans, they're washed and cleaned in the shelves, When he takes them out, he has a thing where he re-washes the pans and his cooking utensils and all of that. I love that about him. He's so clean, so clean, clean. He puts all his strengthuses in the kitchen, and I've ran the kitchen for my whole life. Okay. Do you know how great it feels that I can say in 2024, I haven't cooked not one thing? It is amazing for me as I evolve and truly enjoy life without feeling that because I'm wearing that crown. Hey, ow. I'm trying to be Cardi B, and I know I don't do a great Cardi B, but it's my version. Okay, so haters gonna hate, and I don't care. So I'm about saying, Lola says I do the same thing. I wash them again before I cook in them. Exactly. Hubby, thank yeah, Lola. He goes and re-washes them because just because they're in the shelf, a cabinet, or wherever you got your nice stuff, it doesn't mean they're clean. I mean, we have little critters. We want to feel that we're free of little things, crawly things that God made to balance the earth and existence, which I really can't stand. A lot of them. I love butterflies. I love the bumblebees. But back to what I'm saying, that there is a science to life. There is a science to, and I know I've made politics fun for people. That's what my live stream is about. I had a friend online. I'm not going to mention his name, but I remember he sent me an email when Trump was running for office. And I think he might have been caught up in his junk. Okay? And when I say caught up in his junk, I'm not blasting him. He's cool people. He's I think MAGA. I think he loves Trump. And he ended up sending me a message. And the message was something to the effect where it was like, I can't word it word for word, but let me give you a little sample, okay? You liberal, blah, blah, blah. I can't see how you support Kamala, blah, blah, blah. And he came at me pretty strong. I was looking for that man's name to see if I could find a way to block him. I said, you know what? My YouTube channel is good for Republicans and MAGA supporters, right? So he sent me a message recently, a couple days ago, and he's like, hey, Rhonda, I said hi to you in Mark's live stream, and I just, you didn't say anything back, so I just wanted to check in with you and see how you're doing. Basically, I was like, okay. I mean, I don't hold grudges. It just depends. If you're on my shit list, trust me, I don't change my shit list often. But this gentleman was not on my shit list just because he said what he said. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't on my shit list because he's a Trump supporter. Um, but if you get on my shit list, because I don't have a lot of people on there. I have less than 20 people on my shit list, but he's not on my shit list. And I'm going to read to you verbatim, word for word, what he had said. Okay, I don't want to make this up. Shout out to everybody who sends me messages and emails. I love you. We're going to get to that too. Shout out to Miss TR, my sister-in-law. I just love my in-laws. I'm closer to them than my own family, even though my two daughters, they are my diamonds. Shine like a diamond, shine like a diamond. Yeah, I'm trying to sing like Rihanna. I try to do that. I'm trying to see if I could find his message because I wanted to read to you all verbatim what he said to me. And I mean, I'm scrolling and it just tells you I get a lot of messages. I get a lot of messages because I'm subscribed to a lot of great content, and I want to get here it is. So I'm going to read it to you in a minute. I'm subscribed to a lot of great content, and I click that bell, right? Because I do want to get the notifications to everybody I'm subscribed to. I mean, why would I not want to hit that bell to get notifications? If I'm subscribed to you, doesn't that mean that I really like your stuff? Yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to give out his name. He's probably sweating bullets like, Rhonda, please don't. I'm not messy like that. I'm not petty like that. I'm a decent person. But I'm going to share with you what was said because I believe what we had, me and you have as a friendship, I believe that we can really probably share with people on how to be confrontational and not be disrespectful, right? That we can be friends and represent and be true to our political stance, right? That we don't have to create a lynch mob. It's just not decent. It's not fair. And even if we have people out there who are winning elections, it truly doesn't mean that that represents all of us. It's 40. Oh, Lola said, it's 40 outside. Yikes. She's in Los Angeles. 40 degrees. Let me see what's going on. What's our temperature here, Mr. Green? Well, it says 42 degrees here. I looked it up. It's 42 degrees here where I live. It's going to be high 61 today, and it's 42 degrees right now. Wednesday is going to be high 78, low 48. Thursday on Thanksgiving, here where I live, it's going to be high 56, low 33s. It's going to be cold, which is normal Thanksgiving weather here. It's the norm here, right? Is it deer hunting season for y'all out there? Twits Digger, I'm going to call him out. He was on my shit list. I kind of moved him to the middle now. So he's not all the way in on the shit list. I kind of moved him out, even though he's gone. I'm going to keep him close to the shit list. Okay. Okay. And he's an Eagles fan. And it's not because he's on the shit list. Because he's an Eagles fan. He's on the shit list for many trifling things. But one thing that he has earned, and not that he's earned much from me. Let me find my cherries that Lola got me. Where's my cherries? Thought I had them close where I could at grabbing distance. I'm trying to find my cherries that my sister got me. Where is it at? I thought I had it reaching distance. I'm trying to find the cherries my sister got me. Well, I can't find them right now. I must have put them in a special place. And guess what? That special place, I forgot where the special place is. So y'all know how that goes, right? So anyway, I was speaking about happy politics, okay? And I know I'm jumping. Rhonda, I really hope you like. So, Lola, I don't like the cherries. I love the cherries. And I sent you a beautiful message that I'm sharing with people. And I get permission from people if it's okay for me to talk about these gestures that they do for me. And I have a couple of them says, no, Rhonda, no. But Lola said, yes. And it's why I get permission from people before I talk about things publicly. I always let them know. I said, "Hey, can I talk about this?" And I said, "If you don't approve, I let them know I respect that." Right? Because some people they want you to talk about it. And there's some people that no, and that's okay. But she gave me permission to talk about it. So Lola, Cowboys, she understands my connection with cherries, and my connection with cherries go way back when I was a child. I was a lonely child. I was the baby for 6 years. And oh my God, did I pray for that stork to bring me a baby sister. And so Lola says, "Was you like, where do I put this?" Yeah, I was like, "Where do I put it?" I mean, it's such a treasure to me. I don't see where my cherries are, but it's somewhere. It's in a good place. I'll just have to find it one day and bring. Here it is. I think. Okay. Sorry if my boobies are smashed. Sorry if my boobies are smashed into the screen. I found it. I told you I'd have it close. Shine like a diamond, shine like a diamond. Oh, yeah. These are my cherries. This is my cherries that Lola Cowboys got for me. And she is so cool. And I'll tell you about that story in a minute. But let me pull it out of this box because I still have it in the box. Here it is, Lola. Lola, hot sauce. Okay. And I still have it wrapped up because you know how your girl is. I'll be like putting things in a safe place because it's how I cherish, how I show you how much I value, what you do. And I value. Isn't that the most, man, isn't this the most yummy looking gift? Is that not pretty? Hmm. Ta-da. Look at Lola looking. Remember that? Remember that short that I sent with the woman? It says when a good girl goes to the Usher concert, and it showed a guy that's resembling Usher, where he had this. The good girl was looking at her husband like, no, and the husband's like, go ahead, go ahead, and the wife is like, me really? I mean, you let me like. He said, yeah, go ahead, go. Usher, she's in the concert. Usher is approaching her, right? And the husband's like, go ahead, go ahead. So she's like, uh, uh, okay. She's a good girl, right? Her husband gave her approval. So it comes like two cherries. And then Usher comes like this. And he's like, and then the husband's like, what's, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then all of a sudden he's playing the music like, it's got Usher. Then it goes, dum, and he puts the cherries on his wife's head like this. And then when he puts the cherries on his wife's head, she's going, it goes, dum, and she's looking cross-eyed like, and the husband's like, what the WTF? And then Usher goes, it's Usher, baby. It's Usher, baby. And then the guy acting like Usher goes, don't, with the cherries. And she goes, like that. And then Usher says, what does Usher say? Calm down, calm down. It's okay. Talking to the husband. This ain't what he's something to similar like, this ain't nothing but a party. I respect your wife. Then he goes, don't. and then and then out of respect, the wife does this when Usher's doing this with the cherries. So she's got the hand so the husband can't see it. And she's like, and, and the husband's like, like that's too far. It's too much. It's a boom. That's one of my favorite. I had to remove it because it was reuse of content, but I could use it because if I'm as long as I'm putting my face on it, and I should have put it on there now. I guess I could repurpose this video, but I love this, and not because your gift reminds me of that, Lola. I don't want you to feel that. No, let me tell you the inspiration behind this is when I was a little girl. I was a baby for 9 years, 6 years actually, and I was a lonely child. I was a lonely child, and something that always gave me that spark when I was a little girl and growing up in Kansas City, Missouri. I grew up there for 6 years, and then we moved to Louisiana. Then we moved to Texas, and I became a Texas resident and been here all my life. And I've fallen in love with Texas, right? And so I had just an incredible imagination when I was a little girl. And that inspired me to, when I grew older, that when I was introduced to books, oh, do I love books. But when I was a little girl, I loved me some books. And plus I'm wearing that lip balm that's blood orange that Lola bought for me. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. And Lola sent me some cherries to go on my Dallas Cowboy charm bracelet. She bought me some cherries. She's been just like, I've been so um feeling so special and delightful. And I just want to tell shout out to Lola for that. And it's serious. It's serious. So a serious friendship, a serious sisterhood here, and I love her. To me, she's my blood sister. And I really love her because she's I just love her. And I don't know if I can go any more deeper than that. I probably can. But when I was a little girl, yeah, I love reading books. I had um, a mind for fantasy, dreams. I dreamed a lot. And I remember when back in the day, this in the 60s, getting a sundae. It's called Sunday, Andre? Yeah. A sundae, banana split with a cherry. And back in the day, hey Mark, what's up? Hello, my beautiful brother. Ah, scream. How are you doing, Mark? Getting ready for Thanksgiving? I think you said you were going to you got to do a road trip there back to the red brick house and get everything ready for Thanksgiving. Holding your cherries. See, me and Mark got a thing going. When he's live, I put him probably in uncomfortable situations, I mean. Oops. Usher baby, Usher baby. But ooh, ooh. Um, but when he comes to my chat, he puts me on comfortable situations. We got this thing we go back and forth. When you're live, you know, when you're live, I tell my husband, I said, I'm live. I get pissy when I'm live. That's like when that's my mess. That's my thing telling him, hubby, hubby, I get pissy when I'm live. Don't mess with me. Right now. Ooh, ooh. That's your baby. Doom. Ooh. Doom. Ooh. Andre, I gotta make sure that hubby's not being revealed. He's not naked. He's wearing clothes. I don't put the dead flowers on the thing. I don't want dead flowers to be shown. He said, not uncomfortable. I try to fight that. I try to go, Mark is my brother. Because But we be messing with each other like that. Because being live, look at my dead roses. Oh, I have to ask hubby to move my dead roses. He's gonna pick me up some fresh roses today because I don't like dead flowers around me. So shout out to Mark. I enjoyed uh, I enjoy his live streams. He's so funny. I like how he speaks very strong. Freaks come out at night and the morning and the morning and all day long. And it's like if you're good at being a freak, pimping ain't easy. Mr. Michael Donna, I gotta give him credit for that. Pimping ain't easy. Hubby's in the kitchen. He's prepping for Thanksgiving. My husband pimps me out for free fried chicken. Did y'all know that? I mean, no, not all the time. But we went to North Texas, which is Dallas area, and there's this hole in the wall chicken place. And there's this guy that was lusting after me, right? He was in the back cooking chicken. I'm like, so I said, hubby, he's flirting with me. Hubby told me, as long as you can get some free fried chicken and let him flirt. I'm like, what? I'm about to start driving well. Oh, we'll be listening. Thank you, my love. And good morning to Mark. Safe travels to Mark and his beautiful family. He pimped you, I swear. He pimped me out. He's like, as long as he can get you some. And guess what? Homie working in the back frying that chicken. He was like, got a gold tooth and a Jerry curl. But he was masterful with those hands. He put that flour on there and that seasoning. I'm telling you, that man could cook some fried chicken. So he pimped me out. My hubby pimped me out. Guess what? Homie gave us like 6 pieces of extra free fried chicken. He gave me extra fried chicken. I'm like, ain't that some shit? And my dad was there too. My dad was agreeing with him. Seriously, it was good, girl. I was kind of happy, but at least it was good. It was hole in the wall. It was a hole in the wall. Hey, honey, can you take those dead roses with you? They make me sad. He's taking the dead roses away. See? Thank you, honey. I don't like dead flowers around me at all because it's a meaning behind that. When you keep something living, then it represents life, right? Mark Holmes said he's comfortable in his relationship. He is. That's what's so cool about it, right, Mark? Me and hubby can't wait. One day we'll let you know way in advance. We can't wait to meet you and Tracy and the family. He knows he got you. Hey, Andre. Mark says he's comfortable in his relationship and he knows he got you. He is. He's laughing. Sitting there laughing. It's true. You know what I'm saying? It's true because it's so much fun to live a life where you can have fun and you could talk about, things that you could put it right there. Boom. So that anyway, not to water down the value of the gift that Lola got me. It's not, but he went home with a full belly and he got dessert. Andre, Mark said you went home with a full belly and you got dessert. It ain't nothing more sexy than a man in the kitchen. I just want to like tap on that. Tap, 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 tap. Because my honey in there, boy, when he cooks in the kitchen, them strong arms, them sexy hands and them big hands. He got them big hands. There's something about a man with big hands. Pause. Yeah, he got me. That's true. And he does. He gets the full meal deal, the combo. Lola's laughing. Ooh, ooh. You got to put it right there. Boom. We got to put it right there. Boom. I think so. Audrey said, Mark, you still there? What do you have to ask him? Hubby Mark, hubby's asking you, do you put cheesecloth soaked with butter and wrap it around butter and seasoning and wrap it around your turkey? That's what Chef Hubby, chef to chef. We got Chef Hubby and Chef Mark. So that's his question, Mark, if he's still around. Do you put butter and seasoning on your cheesecloth, on a cheesecloth? You soak the cheesecloth with butter and seasoning and wrap it around your turkey. He was just wondering because we got chef to chef over here. We got chef to chef. So not trying to. So Lola bought this for me, and it wasn't meant to be. See, you're still, Mark. You're not listening, Mark. I have a question. My hubby has a question. Okay, Mark. Hubby's asking, do you use a cheesecloth and you soak the cheesecloth and butter and seasoning, and do you do that and wrap it around your turkey? Mark, Andre. Mark says, see, you're still in heat. Look, husband knows what he has. He knows. Hubby knows what he got. Pimping ain't easy. He knows about me. He knows he got a wild thing. That's why he married me. He was single all his life. And then I made him put a ring on it. Yeah, I did. He put a ring on it. And I'm the only woman that he decided to get married. Andre, how old were you when we got married? He was 55 years old. I turned him out. So Mark says, no, he hasn't tried that, Andre. He said, okay. And might try that on. When he crisps his bird up, take it out, wrap it around, and put it back in for like 15 minutes. Wait, start over. Go slow. I said, when he cooks his bird, like, he said, when you cook your bird, when it's crusty outside, like when it's done, and it's crusty on the outside and it's about done, take it out. Take it out. Soak the cheesecloth. Butter, season, wrap a cheesecloth around the turkey for about 15 minutes. Yeah, put it back in the oven about 15 minutes. The cheesecloth is. Real good. And he says, real good. So Mark Holmes said he might try that on his balls. On his balls. That tenderizes him. Now, Mark, if you have tough balls, that might get. Huh? Andre said your mountain oysters. It could tenderize them, and could make them more pleasurable. Lola, be careful while you're driving with this conversation. Andre, Lola's driving to work. Yeah. He said, I might have to try it on my balls. Men and their balls. Oh my God. Y'all worship them things like they're diamonds. Okay, they're probably. He said, Andre said, that's why they call them family jewels. Whatever. Mark Holmes said, that's a real butterballs. Butterball turkey. Da-dum. You're so funny. Mark Holmes, you're so funny. Andre, I'm live. You know I get pissy when I'm live. Hey, Mark, I have a question. When you're live, do you get pissy too? It's like when you're live, you got your things all, and it was someone's interfering and wrecking your flow. Do you get pissy too? Like I do? I like get pissy. I learned how to roll with it because you know I'm married and hubby and I share a place of habitat. So I just don't like him making like Neanderthal noises because I get pissy. I don't get upset when he's doing other things, right? But when he makes well, the cats want salmon. They want your salmon dish. They don't really care about you. They just want you to fix them a salmon dish. They don't really care about you. The cats just the cats just love you for the salmon dish you make them. He's making them a salmon dish. I say, hubby, if it's like honey, I shrunk the kids. If if we was like honey, I shrunk the kids, if we were this little, ex husband, if the cats were giant, and if we were little, how do you think the cats will respond? You think they'll love us? Andre, you think the cats will love us? So hubby says, no, we'll be dead as hell. They eat and crunch us up like shrimp, like crunchy tempura shrimp. They will eat our asses up. So I hope we don't end up accidentally getting shrunk around our babies. They're gonna tear our asses up. So Lola says, say what, Mark? Balls. And Mark Holmes said, Mark, if you and Andre were in the same, if y'all were in the same room, it'll be so testosterone. Is that a word? Testosterone. So hubby says, no, it'll be testimonial. Oh my God. My husband, y'all. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. If y'all in the same room, if y'all were both live together, live streaming, uh, y'all will have such dirty, dirty, dirty talks. Sharing secrets and stuff. And I don't know if I'd like that, even though I'm an open book. Put it right there. Boom. Put it right there. Boom. Okay, so we're not going to taint the gift. Okay, people. So Lola bought these for me because she knows I love cherries. I was sharing with you about that story. Check the replay so you can hear the stories about how. No, no, hello. No, I was playing with that on my forehead. That's not what the story is about. Dirty, dirty people. The cherries are something really precious to me when I was a child, right? Okay, come on. And with that being said, is like when my parents would get me a chocolate, sundae, because back then no one really, we didn't go out much, so it wasn't like we went to get a chocolate sundae with cherries and all that, a banana split, every week. It just didn't happen. At least in our household, he's calling the cats, feeding them salmon. Yeah, come on. Come on, here's some salmon. So he fixes some salmon, special salmon dish, and they're going crazy, and they're so fat and healthy. Uh, so when back then, it wasn't like today. People go and get these things on a weekly basis. But when I was a little girl, it was very rare. At least I thought so in my mind. It was rare getting that, and I always had the cherry on top. And my whole life, when I was homeless, when I went through hard times, when I went through bad marriages, yeah, I revealed that I was married twice before. I was married to a really, really bad guy. I ended up getting married at 20 years old. I was a virgin, knew nothing about relationships or men, and he was very violently abusive. Moving forward, then I was married to another guy that I had the marriage annulled because he was a con artist. Then for 20 years, I went through a drought. And I said, Rhonda, you're just going to die as a nun. I ain't getting married no more. You know, when you get older, you get better, right? And they're for good reasons why I was able to make decisions to get out of those relationships. Okay? I'm not going to like put doom and gloom in this video. That's for another time. But after 20 something years, Andre and I found each other. And so the point I'm trying to make about the cherries is that the cherries was something that every time, it's like an aesthetic in my life. It's an ASMR of my whole life. And when I saw cherries, it just always would cheer me up. So shout out to Lola for buying this for me, for getting this for me, for gifting this to me. I love you for that. Thank you so much. I just want to say I love you. I just want to say how much I care. I just want to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Of my heart. Of my heart. Thank you. To Lola. Lady Libra's in the house. What? Lady Libra's in the house. Lady Libra DC for life. We cannot chop her name down to just Lady Libra. She says her name is Lady Libra for DC. Lady Libra DC for life. Shout out to my beautiful sister. Movie bestie and all that, and a bag of chips. Yes. Shout out to Mark Holmes for supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Shout out to the chefs. I have two chefs in my life. I have a friend chef, Mark Holmes, and I have, of course, my husband. I'm so fortunate that this man loves cooking. Oh my God, Becky, I am so lucky. I'm so lucky. I'm so fortunate. I'm so humbled with that too. It's just a humbling experience. When you grow up your whole life and, you have it where your whole life it's been instilled that, a woman's supposed to do this and a woman's supposed to do that. And it's pressure. My mother was that kind of woman where she cooked all day, every single day. Snacks, everything, all day long. She's the meal planner of the world. And she breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, holidays, all that. And of course, I was what they call today her sous chef. What that means, my brown ass was in the kitchen cleaning up after her, chopping the onions, cleaning the stove when she had food splatter all over the floor and every damn where, making sure to wash my hands, make sure the dishes, I guess the dishes were washed. I mean, I was her sous chef, which really means I was her slave in the kitchen. I was her slave. Oh, I just want to say I love you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart, of my heart, of my heart. That's right. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you from the bottom of my heart because those cherries, I thank my friendships. I thank you all for helping me evolve and do some restoration and healing and come out of my shell because I'm afraid of being famous. That's my YouTube video that I did. I'm afraid of being famous all my whole life. I embrace humility. I embrace humbleness. I embrace I embrace staying grounded. I embrace staying true to my roots. I embrace. I just want to, stay in that place. But I'm afraid of being famous, and I had to come to grips to that. I think I had an aha moment probably a couple of weeks ago. It's something I was telling people how you could benefit from Trump being in office. And that's why I also was inspired by you all to be here on different topics. But also, I was inspired also on the topic of how we can benefit from a Trump election. And you're like, what? Say what, girl? She done lost her mind. She done lost her everlasting liver acting peace of mind up in here. What you say, girl? What? You say what? Yeah, I did. How we can benefit from Trump being president. And I wanted to share with you all. And yeah, I'm wearing my crown today and my cherries that Lola got me this. This is my crown because I'm wearing it because I know that I'm all that and a bag of chips, or probably more than a bag of chips, but because I'm wearing this because I'm not going to sit up there and wait for someone to put a crown on my head. And that's just something I want to share with people. You don't have to wait for people to give you your flowers. Eagles fans, most insecure bunch of fans I've ever known in my life. They always want to sniff up our stuff and expect us to dress them and wine and dine them and give them flowers. I'm like, no, no. Stand on your own insecure ass feet, suckers, Eagles fans. But, and welcome to Eagles fans who are subscribers to my channel too, by the way. Shout out. I had some paid subscribers. Before I was demonetized, they took my membership from me. They did. That's okay. I'm remaining optimistic. I'm optimistic. I'm okay. I have skint knees, bloody knees and elbows, and I'm scratched up and scarred, but I'm okay. I jumped back quick. I went through the what is it? The 5 things of grieving. I went through that. Okay. Now I'm dealing with reality and I've accepted where I'm at and I'm okay. Okay. Because I feel that in my life, what I have learned that when not you have failed, but when something has failed and has affected you, that doesn't mean you're a failure. It means shit happens to good people, right? So, with that being said, for me, I want to remind people that Trump being in office is a good thing. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I received an email from Mike Aldana, right? Because he knows I love politics. He keeps me updated on the politics. I'm going to read, what was I going to read? Let me back up. I was going to read to you, I was telling you the story about how, I'm not going to blast this person's name out, but how this person came at me with his politics. Okay. And I need to get back to that. And, he's a subscriber of my channel. And I'm going to share with you quickly what he said to me a while back. He said something like, "Oh, I can't believe you support Kamala, blah, 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 you liberal, blah, blah." I mean, he just came at me. This was a couple of weeks ago, right? And I didn't respond to him. Of course, I took the higher road, right? So I had received a message from him. You take these off. Or I give myself a black eye with them sweet. Mm-hmm. So he sent me a message a day ago. Let me tell you what he said. He said, "Hey girl, I tried talking to you in Mark Holmes' live stream today, but I couldn't get a response. Hope you're doing well." So I did respond to him. I did a shout out to Cowboy Nation. It's a Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Nation. And I responded to him by saying, uh, "Hello, friend. Great to see you. I'd like to share with you that no matter what of our politics, we still bleed red, which means I am able to love you as a brother. Remember that. I'm so glad to see you're still around. Go Cowboys." That's what I said to him. I mean, I'm doing like this, like I could have cussed his ass out, but I took the higher road. You feeling me? And those are the things that we need to do as we benefit from a Trump presidency. Is possibly we have probably gotten too relaxed, um, overly confident, overzealous, that it puts us in a position, not forced position, but puts us in a healthy position to benefit from a Trump presidency. And I'm going to read to you what I wrote again to him. "Hello, friend. This is from me to him. Great to see you. I'd like to share with you that no matter of our politics, we still bleed red, which means I'm able to love you as a brother. Remember that. And I'm so glad to see you're still around. Go Cowboys." That's what I wrote to him. And that's what I was trying to get to earlier before I was delightfully interrupted by Mark Holmes, the godfather of Cowboy Nation. Mark Holmes. That's right. That's right. Okay, so check out the replay. Hubby and Mark Holmes were going back and forth talking about their mountain oysters, their jewels, their family jewels. Hubby was correcting me, and it's doing shelf to shelf, blah 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 blah. You know how when men get together, it's like blah blah blah. I'm Tarzan. I'm beat my hairy chest. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Check out the replay. Check that conversation out if you missed it. I want to share with you too about Mike Aldana. He sent me an email, and his email was interesting. And let me share with you about the email. You know, I make politics fun. Okay. Asia says she doesn't like politics. I think I kind of got her where she likes. She said she doesn't like, and I think I got her where she likes politics. Hey, lover boy, lover boy. Hey, lover boy. Do you mind getting me my lamp for me over there? You don't have to do it now, just whenever you feel like it, because my battery is still working. He's getting me my lamp that I use. So, yeah, so you all can see me because I'm sexy like that. Ooh. No, but because and that plug goes in back behind here. The tip of the plug hooks in behind it. Thank you, my love. I just love my husband. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Um, I love him. And I love him even more. He's cooking Thanksgiving dinner. He sure is. Sure enough. So I want to read to you. I make Asia Robertson says she doesn't like politics. So I've always been sharing with Asia. You can find you don't have to love everything about all politics, but you can find something about it that's a good fit for you, right? You can find something that politics has done to pass a bill or do something to get you in a position of where you feel good that something has protected your family, the men, our black men that are walking on the streets, and then changing doing some executive orders to work on the policing of over policing of black men. So there's some things about politics that are good, and so I really try to make it where you don't have anxiety, even though we probably have anxiety anyway over it. But let me provide you some things that you can look at. um, Trump being in office, how it could benefit us. And I wanted to use that as an example where someone came at me about his politics, right? And when, like Michelle Obama says, when they go low, you go high. So Mike Aldana sent me something and got my juices flowing this morning while I'm up and live. And he told me he saw this from his subscriptions. And also, he's given me permission to talk about that too, that I could mention his name, that I could talk about this, right? Live. And what it says, breaking news: President Biden has been asked to pick Jack Smith for the federal court so Trump can't fire him. Special counsel Jack Smith can't be fired by Trump if he becomes a federal judge. Do it, Joe. Go ahead, Joe. Joe Biden. That resource was forwarded to me by Mike Aldana, forwarded from the website or YouTube channel Occupy Democrats. So, what we're saying, how we could benefit from a Trump presidency. Okay? So, to let you all know, I'm not about just dropping dimes of fear for likes. That's not how I roll. So, if you all don't know who Jack Smith, you want to tell them who Jack Smith is?
I mean, he just a I don't know really what he does. He's a investigator, I guess. He investigated Trump. I really don't know much about him.
Yeah,
But I know
but
he's
what
good
you
at what
do
he
know?
does. I just know that he's good at what he does.
He's good at what he does. That's what he says. So he's good at what he does. But he's more famously probably known for prosecuting Trump.
Well, he prosecuted criminals and mafia and stuff like that, but
It's close to your mouth.
he's more famous now for coming after Trump.
Right. And he's a bad mother. Shut,
bad.
hush your mouth.
He's not one of the people that can be brought.
Yeah, he's one of these people. He's not one of these people that can be bought, but he's known for uh, prosecuting or putting. He's a no holds bar. So the Carter Show Sports. Hey there, baby. What's up? Did I pronounce that right? Let me get back to my live chat. Carter Show. Did I pronounce that right, sweetheart? Welcome. Shout out to the Carter. Is it Cody Show or Carter Show? Carter Show Sports. What's up, baby? I'm so happy to see you. And then the Carter Show Sports don't have a chance. So let me tell you, what do you mean in your perspective that they don't have a chance? Are you saying that the Democrats don't have a chance? Are you saying the Trump don't have a chance? Because when I say Trump don't have a when I say Trump, because it is Trump's presidency. It's not to me democracy, a fair democracy. To me, it's Trump, a Trump authoritarian leadership. I hate to use the word leadership. It's a Trump authoritarian. Let's leave it like that. So Cottage Show, tell me, sweetheart, Cottage Show Sports. We have friendly debates here too, just to let you know. And so who doesn't have a chance? Does the Democrats don't have a chance? Nah. Or let's be clear. Okay, so you're saying the Democrats don't have a chance. Is that what you're saying? Because I sure don't want to assume. My teacher said back in the day, back in the 1970s, if you assume, she divided that word. She said, you're making an ass out of you and me. So Cottage Show Sports says that we don't have a chance. So does that, yes, ma'am. So does that mean that the Democrats don't have a chance as far as uh, number one, coming back, number two, succeeding, number three, swearing in new judges and stacking our judges to promote democracy. Is that what you're saying, sweetheart? Because we can disagree. You ain't going to get later. Later. Okay, so we don't have a chance later. Okay. Or he's saying later goodbye. So let's I'm going to expand on what Carter Show said because I love challenges. And I can respect my Republican counterparts. But I'm sure not going to respect anybody if you're going to walk into my house and mess with something that they have a chance later. Oh, okay, yeah, they have a chance later. Okay, okay. Walk in my house and piss on our Cheerios, infect my Social Security, and affect the special needs that my grandson has to have in order to thrive. Um, so the Cotta Show Sports says that Democrats have a chance later, but they don't have a chance. I guess you're saying they don't have a chance now. And this is what I was wanting to share with you, and he is going to do, and you're saying Trump is going to do right. Okay, well, that's your opinion. And I feel, yes, okay. He said that Trump is going to do right. And that's your opinion. And that's why I was saying that I feel that we can benefit from a Trump presidency. Oh, you have facts. Okay. Well, that's good. And that's what we're all about is facts, right? Because that's what my channel is about is facts. And I hope that you're subscribed because I need someone like you to be around. The Cotta Show Sports, are you subscribed? If not, smash that like and subscribe to my channel. And also smash. Oh, great. Okay, good. Because that means that you're a fan of me. I make politics fun. And that means that we can disagree from giving ourselves an opportunity. Thank you, Lady Libra. Good morning, Queen Rhonda. Hello, Lady Libra. Lady Libra is in the house. Shout out to Lady Libra DC for life. Shout out to Lola. And shout out to Mark Holmes for visiting me and showing support. I've been the type of person that always loved diversity and inclusion. And what that means, yes, diversity when it comes to cultures, but also diversity when it comes to people on my YouTube channel, people who are diverse, different religions, different races, different beliefs, different politics, right? Because basically that is how I have evolved in life, is learning from people who are not like me, who think differently, because it either teaches me on how to oppose or to leave the doors open for me to find a way to channel my energy where I could probably agree. um, it teaches you so many things that you can become so comfortable in one thing that for the Democrats to not win the election, it could really teach us to maneuver in other ways that could benefit us, even if it's just for the mere fact of being able to live with something that we dislike. You see? And so, welcome to the Cottage Show Sports. Welcome. Oh my God, welcome. And I love it when people can be outspoken because it keeps me sharp. Cottage Show says we need to also think positive and not negative. We are only slaves in our mind. That's true. Amen to that. The Cottage Show Sports. We can be very, like he was saying, we can be slaves in our mind. And I really try to share with people on how we can get out of that and not fear that Trump is in office. And there are things that is put in place also for Democrats. Oh, thank you, honey. Honey, my hubby just paid for bills. Thank you. He just paid for. He just pays the bills. Thank you, husband. Um, I forgot my train of thought. And I got the alert that came in. I'm going to reread this. We need to also think positive and not negative. We are only slaves in our minds. That's true. We are slaves in our minds, and then we do have that third eye where we have that natural instinct, right? That all of us have to be smart and cautious and protective of our house. You know what I'm saying? So those instincts that kick in doesn't mean that sometimes we're negative, and doesn't mean sometimes that we're scared or we're cowards or we're brainwashed by the Democrat Party. That's not true for me, that I'm not bought and sold and blind, but I'm a proud Democrat. So let's say in the Democrat Party that there are different classes, different hearts and minds of the Democrat Party that carry a weight of individual thinking. And my individual thinking, I could speak for myself, and I think I can speak for the majority of us intellectuals of the Democrat Party, that we're survivors and we're resilient. And the Democrat Party was birthed, found a better and more identity that was birthed from passing the law of the land of the civil rights movement, right? So understand our Democrat Party is built on that, which at that time, I'm getting there because I'm sharing that too, why I'm a Democrat. And I'm going to share that with you, and I'm sharing that with you now. Why I'm a Democrat, because it speaks my language. It speaks, you're asking why I'm a Democrat. It speaks a language that I agree with, that touches me and affects me personally in a positive way. And that's why I'm a Democrat. Republicans do not speak my language. When you're out there stomping the pavement and you're saying racially insensitive things, and I understand that there are Democrats who are racist.
Don't never say they're the racist party. We're not.
Okay, so my husband is here and he gives me great advice. So I wanted to share
That's like Trump
that.
saying on both sides. No, it
Right,
wasn't
right.
both
And
sides.
and that's what my husband's saying. I don't want you to think that I'm both sides. I'm not. And it's not that Democrat to me is low like Republicans when it comes to racism. I think we all have a certain prejudice about us, but also I feel that we as Democrats rise to the occasion and a rise for the people. So that's what Democrat Party is about. We understand what Democrat Party is about. Is about equality and fairness and thinking about humanity as a whole. That it's us worker bees out there that also contributes to the economy. That we don't need an overpowering, overzealous, over managerial society because they are billionaires and millionaires to enslave free people mentally and physically, to put us all in a box to control us, to profit from, is why I'm a Democrat. I'm also a proud Democrat. Okay, so we have someone knocking at the door. Hold up, I'm checking my ring. Let's see who's knocking at our door.
Might be a delivery.
Okay, so we're checking our ring. We have a ring hooked up because we don't answer the door without checking our ring. Um, and there's someone standing out there.
Oh, today's. Are they supposed to be bringing food? Today's Tuesday, right? No, today's Wednesday.
Hello?
I was trying to say that I wanted to buy some chocolate.
You said you're selling box of chocolates?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much, honey. We're not interested. We don't keep cash on hand, but thank you. We wish you success on what you're doing. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay. So that was on our ring channel. He's selling chocolate. So, and where are the receipts? So I'm not going to get into right now receipts and what are the facts, not opinions. I'm not going to get into that right now if you let me finish my thought, because what you're asking, I'm going to be able to answer all of that in my whole life. So, speaking of, because I'm not here to just address you, but I'm here to be challenged and to also speak on things on also why I'm a Democrat and why I'm proud about it and why that just because Trump won doesn't mean that Republicans are the real winners. Doesn't mean that whatsoever. I mean, there are people out there that win. It doesn't mean they're the wholesome winner. He's not the winner of 100% of hearts and minds of our country. So let's get that straight. Just because the numbers worked and he was able to cater.
He won the electoral college.
Yeah, he won the electoral college,
But not he's not winning the popular
but
vote.
not winning the popular vote.
Like we thought, because they're still counting votes.
I'm proud about it. I'm very proud about me being a Democrat. And I own that. And I stand strong with that. I can say, as a witness, as rocking my complexion and my color and living in my shoes and proudly living in my skin and in my natural hair and my fro, that I have witnessed 58 years of my lifetime, how being a Democrat, I can stand strong and be so proud. And that's okay if that's how you want to word that, that you say he won a popular vote. But I can say he did not win the majority of the hearts and minds. He catered to Republicans, MAGA supporters, who hearts and minds supported his idea. It doesn't matter if you're black. Caught a show? It doesn't matter if you're a black Republican. What I'm saying, he catered to the hearts and minds of people who were riding the fence on him perpetrating and also downing people who are beneath him, where he put his foot on their neck. That he catered to what people like you and them wanted to hear. So if you're black, do you know we have black people who can't stand other black people? I'm not stupid. I understand that. I understand that there are black people out there who can't who have to be fed the language like Trump fed them to feel superiority. And he shouted the language that I don't agree with, that I can't stand. And that's not true to you, Carter Show. But right now, I have power of the mic. And the power of the mic and my channel, I'm standing true to that. And I'm proud about that. That's okay if you love everyone. And I'm not mad at you. But let's say I'm passionate about what I stand for. I'm not an angry black woman. I'm a passionate, proud black woman that happens to know what I'm talking about and that I stand strong on what I vote for because I am a witness through my skin, through my blood, through my breathing, through my lungs on how it has benefited me. It has not benefited me by the stereotypes. Yeah, because what, Carter Show? You're against someone who's LGBTQ, gay? I mean, we don't have to love 100% of everything of what a politician represents, right? But there's some things more so being a Democrat has benefited me. I mean, you remember Trump signed the stimulus check. His autograph was all on the stimulus check, right? So, was that a handout? I mean, there are words that we can always use like woke and flip it to benefit the narrative of what a politician is running for. But we can also take that same narrative that seems to be insulting and make it ours to own and make it a good fit, right? So words can fit our narrative. We can make that happen. And you could stand for God values. But guess what, Carter Show? Like you said, your God is not mine. Do you understand that? That how you worship and your God and your religion, that there are different gods. Let me say something. Free and slave people were at least given a Bible, right? To preach about God. Let me say this. But let me say this. And that's you stand by that and I'm glad you do. I mean, you're against no one. Okay, you are because you just told me right now that what I said was not true and that you have the facts, not opinions. And that means you just pissed on my Cheerios saying that what I'm talking about is opinions, right? So I have to like slap back. You know what I'm saying? Peace. And it's okay. I know we're peaceful, but understand that if I have a strong voice in this, then I'm going to answer those lists of questions because I'm proud to answer that. And I'm not the angry black woman. I'm a passionate woman who stands very true to what I love and support. And I'm letting you know. So if I am speaking to you, Kata Show, passionately, it's because I know what I'm talking about. And then he says, how it's not. So I understand you got a lot of questions for me. So you got, it's like you're out there asking a lot of questions and I'm trying to answer one at a time because in my Texas style, I'm going to answer them thoroughly and not at your pace, the way you want me to. Okay. So let's get back at the beginning when you said he won the popular vote. Just because he won the popular vote, it doesn't mean that he has the hearts and minds of everybody in this country. It's just like when Biden was in office, did you vote for Biden? Did you support him? And did he have your heart and mind? So let's flip the script. Trump doesn't have the hearts and minds. We're not North Korea here, and we're not Russia. And what that means, that Trump ain't running this country like that. Meaning what he says, if you don't agree to everything he stands for, that you're going to be prosecuted or stood against the wall and then, eliminated because you are in disagreement to a North Korean Kim Jong Un and Putin. He's not going to, um, you know, our country is not like that. Whether you voted for a supremacist person, a supremacist supportive thinking person, it doesn't mean that he has the hearts and minds. Just because there was free enslaved people, which today there are people who are enslaved and are free to minimum wage, to having no insurance, right? So what I'm trying to say is, because the Carter show sports, because when you say he won the popular vote, I mean, were you against how politics was run under Biden's presidency? Was you against that? Well, I can speak. I'm against Trump. And just because he won the popular vote, according to the forefathers' written doctrine, just we have a right to oppose it. I mean, does that sound fair? Or are you so far up his smoke that you can't see that there's a Democrat right now that's a president? So, and then I scroll down and you said, I just want God values. And let's elaborate on that. So, God's values, that's your God. And just because I was saying before about free enslaved people, when they were handed the Bible, right, from their massa and from masses of today, free enslaved people were giving the opportunity to have a church, right? And have a church and worship. But who was the Bible written from? So they're in church, and slave masters approved free enslaved people to have a church and worship. Okay. So what I'm getting to is that still they were worshiping a religion that was suppressed and oppressed. It doesn't mean that that Bible is a God that everybody worships under. So your God is not my God. Welcome back, Lola. Lola's back from work, right? You go to one church, they're saying one thing. You go to another church, they're saying a different thing. They're worshiping this. One church is saying vote Democrat. One church is saying vote Republican. They're all churches, right? With the most biggest church with the tallest cross, is making the most money. Doesn't mean that we have to agree that we worship your God or my God. They're different. You could go ahead and walk this earth and say that. And you're saying I would be careful speaking on that? What are you talking about now? Be careful speaking on what? I don't have to be careful with what you're saying. I could speak what the fuck I want whether you agree or disagree. So, going back to that, your values, and it seems like you are an extremist with your religion, and you have a sports show. Peace. Don't worry about it. All these subjects are touchy. It's not touchy for me. It's not touchy. It's reality. And I wish you'd stay. So, because if I'm saying something, Carter Show Sports, that's uncomfortable to you, then we got to work out something where it can be eventually comfortable. Because if it's uncomfortable, that means you're not willing to hear what I have to say. Let me tell you something. I can curse. I got the mic. It's my. I mean, I'm not so religious, where I can't see the forest for the trees. Okay, so it's my channel. So I'm going to speak the way I want to speak. All right. And when you walk up in here, you're going to get me. And if you don't like it, then don't come up in here, right? But I wish you'd stay because it's the uncomfortable conversation that we must have, Carter Show. Don't time him out. Don't time him out. It's it's an uncomfortable conversation for us to get along in this country. It's to be able to really hear each other out. I can hear what you're saying and I could still be your friend. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I have to believe in you because you're not my higher power, right? I don't have to believe it, but I can hear you out. I can hear what you have to say and how you think. But that also means that you're going to have to hear you didn't say anything wrong and I didn't say you're wrong. But I didn't say anything wrong either. But we all bleed red and we can be different. You see what I'm saying? We can be different. I'm not downing what you believe in. I might be saying some things that's making you cringe. Yeah, but I can say some things that's making you cringe, right? And you could be saying some things that makes me cringe. But don't you think that I could take the shirt off my back or you'll take the shirt off your back to save my life if there is something that puts our life in. Oh my God, I'm getting upset. I just told you that I'm passionate. Just because I'm cursing, because I do curse a lot, it doesn't mean if I'm not cursing, it doesn't mean that I'm upset or the angry black woman. If I'm cursing, it's because I'm passionate, because that's how I'm wired, because I stand strong and I believe in what I'm saying. That because if you feel in your ears that you feel that you're hearing me yell, that you hear me being angry, then that means somewhere you got to dig deep and stop feeling uncomfortable with how I express myself because I'm telling you, I disagree. And if I say fuck and shit and damn, it doesn't mean that I'm angry. It might make you cringe, but I'm really not here to make you feel comfortable. I'm here to share what I feel, but also I'm here to hear what you have to say. And I'm at peace. I'm at peace. And I am at peace with my higher power. And I stand strong to the God that I worship and the religion. I'm not religious. I mean, I'm more spiritual. But I do believe that there are different people worship different gods. And when you're in church and how you praise and worship, it's probably not what I agree with. So isn't that wonderful how the good old great USA is made? You're thinking that Trump is going to create this thing for you. And I'm going to tell you something about the terrorist, my black brother, because you just say that you're black. The tariff's going to burn your ass. But you think you're cool with that. He ain't even sworn in the presidency yet. And you're already clapping back. Hey, worship your religion the way you want to worship that and be excited in your skin because you said you're black. which really doesn't mean nothing to me because on my channel, I have all races and religions here. And I could be passionate and loud and proud. And it doesn't mean I'm angry, that I am very much at peace with myself. How we could benefit from a Trump presidency, don't get that twisted. We could benefit from a Trump presidency on how we can work on being a stronger opposition and pull out those laws that have been sitting and getting all dust on it that we've been priming for years. You think that Republicans been planning for Project 2025 um, since Reagan? Democrats, we're not stupid where we're going to sit up there and reveal our hand to Republicans or MAGA supporters. We are not going to reveal our hands. We're not stupid where we have to ignite a voting base to say things that are racially insensitive to people to get people off the couch to vote. We don't have to do that. But we can say that we have NATO in our favor and we have foreign autocrats around this world that's in our favor. We just don't have a vote just because it's in Trump. The number says he won. It doesn't mean that you have the support of the world in your favor. I mean, look what Putin did. Putin is putting Trump's business out there, his naked wife showing her tits and ass, and he's exposing her, and he's laughing at Trump, right? And he said, but then Trump is licking his nutsack. But he's exposing his wife. I'm not speaking from a moral authority. I'm speaking from if this is the kind of friends that Trump has, then obviously that's your friends too, right? So you like that and you support that kind of politics. None of them can make this world better. That's your opinion. And that vote that you put out there, that's something you got to live with. And if you're proud about that and the four walls of your home, then you got to live with that at peace, as you say, my black brother. But what's so sad about the black brothers out there that voted for Trump? Because when you voted for Trump, you voted against a black woman. Don't forget that 90-something% of us black folks, men and women, voted for Kamala. So don't get that shit twisted. If I say shit, then it's because I love what I'm saying. I'm not angry. I love how it feels when I say the word shit because I'm passionate and my Afro melanated skin. I'm proud about where I stand. But you, black brother who voted for Trump, obviously you're insecure in your sexuality. You don't like the LGBTQ. You don't like the gays. You don't like a woman being able to make a decision for her own body. So what? Did your woman or whoever you're effing out there, did your woman doing a protest and keeping you from having sex? Because that's what they're doing to these mother effers out there who voted for Trump. They putting you on timeout. We don't want you humping our asses. You voted for someone who wants to take control of our bodies. And so where do you stand? You voted for Trump. Obviously, you stand for your leader. Doesn't mean because you spoke against me, it doesn't mean that I am insecure. It doesn't mean that I'm all those stereotypes that you all have done to get and to force people off the couch so you can cheat and win with those rural, uneducated people out there that needed Trump to sit up there and jerk them off, that needed Trump to jerk them off to tell them that they have value and they are important. And that's something how Trump called your ass out in a crowd because he said, you know what? All we can see is your white teeth. We got to turn on the lights to see you. And you voted for someone like that that's humiliating you. Brother, guess what? That's what you want to lick, then you keep licking on because that's not something that I support, and I'm proud in my skin. So whatever is going out, maybe you're going through a drought because your wife voted for what? Kamala? Doesn't mean Kamala lost. We're going to fight your ass through these 4 years, and you're not going to win. And I'm speaking passionate. You know why? Because I love what I'm saying, and I love what I hear when I'm saying. And I stand strong in my shoes and my skin. But, brother, guess what? You voted Republican, then guess what? You keep licking their ass and you keep jump. Does that mean that I'm angry because I say you keep licking their ass? I'm not angry. I'm at peace. I'm at peace because guess what? You're going to be nothing but low on the totem pole, and you ain't going to make it the next 4 years. Or you're just not going to make it in this lifetime. You're not going to make it because you don't know what it takes to be resilient and proud and passionate. You feel that being at peace, that you have to be quiet and calm and non-threatening. That's what you feel. I can be loud and proud and not angry, my black brother, the Carter Show. So I don't care about what you did, sweetheart. I'm telling you that you are going against the fabric of what I believe in, and you're questioning me being Democrat, and I'm just answering your questions, sweetheart. I'm answering your questions. You put the question out there, I'm just answering it. And because your peace is not my peace. My peace could be more colorful, right? And the way I talk, the way I have my attitude, right? That's my peace, baby. But your peace, since you want to be black and I'm black, then let me shout out to you that, and you go, no, you're not. You're not the judge of me. Okay? I have a husband here that loves my color, that loves my ability to not speak quiet, that you feel in your skin and how you say things, that you feel how you speak and how you act is good for you. But my good fit ain't to turn you on, black brother. I'm not here to make a good fit for you. I'm not here to please and satisfy you. And I don't know if you talking everything wrong to you, because you got so much wax in your ears that you're not willing to hear me, but you want me to hear you, right? With a smile. And you want me to be non-threatening to you, right? So you want me to smile and be quiet, and you want me to be in my corner, and you want me to say yes to everything you're saying. Man, look, if you want that, then what you need to do is go buy you some Jello and then pork it, because guess what? Maybe that will give you some gratification, because that ain't going to happen for me. If you want to pork that, if you want to get you some Jello and put it in a mattress and hump the shit out of that, and if that gives you some satisfaction to skeet, then you be on that level. But you ain't going to be on that level. I'm not going to be on that level with you. And I'm not twisting everything just because you are not understanding me. Because you are not understanding me. I'm not twisting everything, and I'm not being wrong. You hear those negatives that you're using against me? You're saying I'm wrong, I'm twisting, I don't know what I'm talking about, that everything I'm wrong. And you're saying I'm upset to deflect and distract what I'm saying because you don't want to hear what I'm saying. You want to be one-sided. You don't want to hear. And it's uncomfortable for you. It's so uncomfortable. Well, you need to work on yourself and make it to where you and I can have a conversation that I can hear. I can hear you, and then that you can hear me. And that you don't see that how I'm expressing myself, that you won't see that as a threat. That if I'm making a decision to support the decision to own my body and make decisions for my body. Let me tell you something, homie. If you're saying you're rocking black now, so you're black now. Okay, you're black. You shout that out. Okay, you're black. Did you know that there's hospitals at sea that are legal on the ocean that can help women to continue to make the decisions for her body? Were you aware of that? That Trump doesn't own the laws of the waters. That there's always a way to be resilient. I don't care about what you didn't say, Kadisho. I care about what I'm expressing. And I'm still answering all those questions that you've been writing. I've been answering them. And every time I have an answer, you're saying I'm wrong. That's a negative. You're saying you didn't say that. That's another negative. You said that I'm angry. That's another What all these negatives in your arsenal, in your psyche, you have all these negatives, and that's all you can say. I didn't say that. You're twisting everything up. I didn't say I voted Republican. This all these negative words and denials is just putting you in a place of where there is no positives. And so you got to really go check yourself before you wreck yourself. Go look in the mirror, look at yourself, and go, damn, this girl done called me out on my verbalities. You're verbal. Your heart, that means what you're saying in your heart ain't true. I mean, if you're going to come out with everything negative, I'm not accusing you. I'm sharing with you what I believe in, and I'm answering your questions. So if you are feeling accused, and then he goes, I sound stupid. He says, I sound stupid. So the words he's using is stupid, that I'm accusing him. I'm looking at it. And he says that selfish, that's another negative word. He says sad, that's another negative word. He says I'm twisting everything. His whole arsenal is all on a foundation of negativity. Do you hear those words? That's where his heart is. He's impotent in his thinking, right? But I'm speaking loud and I'm speaking proud. I can have a smile. I can do this. I can have attitude and my melanated skin, and I could be grounded. But you don't have a foundation, because if you start off with your heart, because I'm picking you apart, if you're starting off with all these negatives, because I have proof here and I'm saving this for the chat replay, it's not going to go anywhere, because I'll be able to copy this whole conversation and I'm going to repost this in my community tab, and I'm going to timestamp it, and I'm going to post this conversation for everybody to pick apart. The ones who agree and the naysayers. So we can learn from this conversation. I'm going to post this for everybody to see, and it's going to be time stamped so everybody can see this healthy conversation. That Rhonda cussed, that doesn't mean anything negative. I was able to express myself without putting myself on mute. Okay. And then Reese's stuff with trolling goes wrong. Reese's cup. Shout out to Reese's cup. Okay, let me go back and read my chat. I've been giving Cod a show, who says he's a black man, and so he had to tell me that, I guess. But anyway, let me catch up on my chat room. And thank you for subscribing, Cod show. I said I told Cod show we can have a conversation. Lola says, Rhonda loves this kind of debate. Oh my God, my light went out. Let's put on the light because I'm black and y'all can't see me if I don't have no light. That's what Trump said. Trump said, he told a black man standing in his crowd, he said, "Oh, I see his teeth. I see his teeth. Let's put some light on me." All right. So let me put some light on me so y'all can see more than my teeth. Here we go. Okay. All right. Can y'all see me? Can you see more than my teeth? Can you see my big brown eyes? Okay. Good. So let me catch up. Carter Show. Thank you for the passionate conversation. But I do love this, Lola. Man, you walk up in on me. I'm like been dying for someone to come in my chat room to challenge me. I'm like, woo. Got a show. Thanks for subscribing. And make sure you smash that like. And you don't have to go nowhere. But you know, when you have people that are different around this world, we're going to say things that's going to make you cringe. Okay. And because you said things, I mean, you didn't really make me cringe. You just made me excited because I love debates. But the thing I wanted to tell you is that, you know, this you can evolve, Kata Show, by saying that, but by understanding that you don't live alone in this world. And this world is not just being ran by people that you think won the election or by people that you think won a popular vote, you know, and all of that. It doesn't, it doesn't, you know, in order to have a good debate and really, you know, meet in the middle if you can, is to take those moments that you said, you mentioned in this here 10 things, and they were called, if you understand the English language, you used a bunch of negatives, right? You break this down. So I'm not going to repeat it, but everything out your mouth was negative. I'm saying majority of it, right? Use negative words. All right. Those negative words really reveal your heart. So go somewhere, journal, write down those negative words because I'm going to repost this with the timestamp. I'm going to repost it. And I want you to take it, copy, paste it, print it out, and then highlight those negative words and then really study how you speak. So when you come back, then you could replace them with positive words. Instead of calling me stupid, you can say, "Wow, you're outspoken." Don't call me stupid. Say, "Whoa, she's outspoken. Oh, she believes in what she believes in." I respect a black woman that stands strong. And then maybe you can change your language from, "I don't have to call her names because I disagree with her." Maybe you can go do your homework, go sit under an old oak tree and do your homework, okay? And do some self reflecting that if someone cusses, it doesn't mean that they're angry. That I could say shit, fuck, damn, and I'm cool because I love debates and I know what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean that it's a good fit for you. I'm not interested in you. You're not that black man that I'm interested in. My husband is that black man I'm interested in. I care about his politics, but I don't care about yours. And that's something that you really got to work on and stop looking at this as being an insult. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not. I'm just speaking on things where in your head, your volume's turned up. And I could be speaking confident, but you hear me screaming because you disagree. And that's your problem because that's how you're wired. Okay, is that a problem? Maybe not for you, but your problem is that you're gonna come in this chat room and you're gonna call me names and stupid, and I got power of the mic, and this is my channel. But you all up in my crib talking smack. Am I angry? No. I'm just a beautiful black melanated Afrocentric woman. Okay? All right, I'm educated. I was the educated voter. That I'm beautiful with my big eyes and my big ass and all of that and then some. Okay? And because I'm that and I have rights over my fucking body, because I'm talking to you like that, you cringe. So you go sit your ass in a corner and you take notes and you learn something from me, because everything you're writing goes down to my analytics, and I'm cool with that. So sometimes when you come up in someone else's house, you're going to have to come up in my house and respect me. And I'm not going to play word orgasm back and forth here. Okay. All right. So let me catch up on this. And I didn't time you out, by the way. You could keep chatting. It does help my algorithms too. I mean, it really does. So, and I like opposition. Rhonda choose violence today. I mean, wow, and I didn't say I wanted you. No, man, look, you're misinterpreting me. That's the problem with loss in translation. Is what you hear. You just have to stop. You just have to ask me, what did I mean by that? And I can answer that. The Kata show sports. I can. Are you? What kind of fan are you? What team do you represent too? Tell me about that. What team do you represent? So let me go back and give my other friends and family in the chat room some attention, and I'll come back to you in a minute. Okay, Kata show. Okay. Um, I'm scrolling down, and then Reese's Cup comes in the room. Shout out to Reese's Cup again. And Mark says, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you." And Reese's Cup says, "Well, what did you say?" Kata show sports exactly. And then Reese's Cup says, "Seems reflective of the insides to me." And then Lola says, "Rhonda loves this kind of debate." I do. I do. Oh my. I've been waiting for this for so long. Where have you been all my life, Carter Show? Oh, I've been waiting for that. Uh, and then look at Carter Show. I'm right now. I'm call out all the words in a minute about the negative words to use. Okay. And then we're going to continue doing shout out. So Lady Libra says Biden needs to pardon his son before Trump gets into office. He hasn't done anything compared to Trump's 30 something felonies who was getting away with it. Right. He could, trust me. I think, you know, Biden's right hand woman, she was the former black mayor. I'm trying to remember. She's a former black mayor of a big state. And I don't know if that's I don't want to quote Alabama, Georgia, one of those great states, right? Great states. Because just because I'm from Texas and the South, it doesn't mean that the South is against us. It means that a lot of times the South is suppressed and oppressed from doing some things, but it doesn't mean because someone won the popular vote, that we're all in following this lame motherfucker that's in office, right? Not in office, that hasn't been sworn in yet. And these people are feeling cocky, y'all, and they're feeling themselves right now. Their balls are scraping the floor. Oh my God. They're dragging their nuts on the ground. Okay. And they're dragging their nuts so much is that they're really not paying attention that there's some carpet burns on rusty ass motherfuckers. They're really not paying attention to that. It's like, damn, y'all lift your nuts just a little bit. I mean, I know you're not used to good, nice things, but shit, God damn. Doesn't mean that you're the winner in your own personal life. If you're under Trump's nuts like that, that means Jesus Christ, you're really not doing your finances too well, are you? Huh? I mean, you got to really, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, so Lady Libra, go back to that. Yeah, so yeah, I really. Oh, I was saying about Biden, his right hand woman, another right hand woman of his, is a black woman. Is that why a lot of black Republican men are angry? Because Biden is surrounded by very intelligent black women? Biden has in history the most diversified cabinet administration in history. You can't ride that shit about, oh, Obama, because he was black. He hired all the black people. And you know what? He hired all the black people. So he's doing affirmative action. Well, Trump is going to take away affirmative action. Aha! Aha, we got you. We saw Walmart this morning. They're getting rid of diversity and inclusion. Aha! Man, you, you lost your fucking mind if you think this shit's going to benefit your black ass. I mean, I'm just saying. You said you're black. You told me you're black. I'm not insulting you. I got a big black ass. I'm proud of it. Um, so Lois, yeah. So what I was saying about Biden again, about black powerful women in his corner that he's listening to, is that yeah, they have this long list of pardons, and right now, what Biden is, I'm so proud he's doing, is that he is stacking the courts because he's supposed to, and he's not doing anything illegal, and he's appointing the judges in the jobs that they supposed to be appointed to. That is the perks of being a president. That is the job. Trump pardoned all his lame ass swamp people. Everybody on the swamp, he pardoned, right? Biden can do that too, people. Biden can do that too. It's legal. Don't, if anybody's telling you it's not legal, hold up just a second. Hold up. Don't go nowhere. Oh, goodness. Don't go nowhere. Hold up. It's going to get juicier. So hang around. Gotta fix, make sure. Make sure my braids are showing. Make sure that. Guess I'm okay. I'm back. Did y'all take a water break too? Don't go nowhere. It's gonna get juicier. Hang around. Don't run. Call the show. I need you to stay. And plus, I got a watch party I've been working on. I need you to hang out with me. My black brother. Um. So, I mean, what was I saying? Okay. So, yeah. So that means, with Biden, yes, majority of his staff are diversity, inclusion, and a lot of it is black women in powerful positions. Because guess what? We black women, we know how to get shit done. That's just what it is. And if you got black Republican men out there don't like that, then we don't give a shit about them, right? Just file a divorce, don't give them any sex, get rid of them, and then marry you a Democrat. And there's a lot of incredible white Republican men out there that voted for Kamala. Make them your husbands, your boyfriends. I'm just saying. I've seen them on TikTok. I've seen them on TikTok, on Facebook and YouTube. Republicans for Kamala. Y'all single women out there. There's a lot of white Republican men who voted for Kamala. So don't let that bullshit fool you out there. So yeah, he's gonna use President Joseph Biden. He's using his presidential powers, and he has appointed. We had a lame duck session. which means there's a lot of Republicans that are taking vacation right now. I don't know if they're still on vacation, called lame duck. And they are all out there uh, on vacation, and Democrats are taking advantage of the opportunity, which is the law. They're in Congress and they're spending the night. They got their tents, their pillows, they got sleepovers in Congress. Democrats in Congress, while we have the Senate, are doing their job to appoint judges. That's our job. It's legal. If anybody out there, Fox News, is telling you otherwise, please look at Fox News as comedy, or really Fox News is a waste of brain matter. So I wouldn't suggest you watching them unless, I mean, not even for comedy. I wouldn't suggest you watching it. But if you do, then it gives you arsenal on how to, have lives like me and how to speak against it. You got to watch the opposition. You got to study the opposition so you know how to fight, so you know how to put them in their place. I mean, so we've appointed over 200 judges. It's legal. And so we're looking at taking care of people, like I was saying earlier. I was reading about breaking news. President Biden has been asked to pick Jack Smith for the federal court so Trump can't fire him. Cancel Jack Smith can't be fired by Trump if he becomes a federal judge. See, what I was speaking on the title of this is how Trump's administration, him being president, how it could benefit us. And I think what's happened, we have some people who are Trump supporters who rolled up in here in the chat room, and welcome. Make sure you smash that like and, make sure you hit that bell so when I come back, you can be there. Okay. A lot of, and when they came in here, they probably thought, oh, let's love Trump. Oh, look at her. She's really saying how Trump is going to benefit her. Yeah, my savior has won the popular vote. Well, no, what I'm giving out, and let me be clear about this, when I'm telling people and sharing with people who are Democrats too, and who are Republicans who voted for Kamala, and who are rednecks for Kamala, right? I'm speaking to you. And I'm sharing in my live today, we're 2 hours and 12 minutes, and to Rhonda's lovely sparks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a lively conversation, and I want to also tell the Cotter Show Sports for also adding to my inspiration of having a really even a more fantastic live stream than ever. And shout outs to Mark Holmes and Reese's Cup and Lola and Lady Libra DC for life. Shout out to all of y'all. And all of y'all sitting in the cut who don't really want to come out yet. I'm not going to bite you unless you want me to. Arr! Unless you want me to. I don't bite. I don't bite unless you want me to. So yeah, I really feel he's going to pardon his son. And the one thing that and then Reese's I'm finished reading my chat here. Rhonda chooses violence today. And then Reese's Cup says, Lady Libra says, as citizens, we can't get a good job with a felony conviction, but Trump can become president with over 30 felonies. And yes, and a shout out to our forefathers. Columbus, which Columbus did not discover America. Native Americans, this is their land, okay? Columbus came over with diseases and killed everybody. Y'all know that, right? I mean, diseases, the plague, all that came over here. It was a clean country. But whenever they start colonizing, okay, and when they started colonizing, Then they built, just like the Republicans, are, gentrification and redistricting and bullshit like that to get the popular vote. Um, they were there was all these declarations that was signed into law, and when the white men signed this into law, they did not have in mind that Trump would come and and break democracy like he wants to break it. So they put in these laws. Now we have the swamp, Trump's swamp, who found ways of taking laws that are outdated and make them benefit him, or play with the language, Supreme Court, to take the narrative, the emotional narrative, and make it a fit for his agenda. So this is what Biden is doing, is he's putting together he's putting together things before he leaves. He's putting together protections for democracy. Biden is putting together, that's just simple. I don't have to elaborate. He's putting protections in to protect democracy, and he's putting in things to keep Trump for taking this as far as Trump wants. Shout out to Joe Biden. Shout out to Joe Biden. Scrolling down on the people in the chat room. Thank you, Lady Lieber, for that. And then Reese's Cup went well. And Reese's Cup said, that's the intelligent thing to do. Reese's Cup said, we will live, but we should also prepare. What's your opposition to preparation? Right. And this is her talking to Cotter Show about this. What's your preparation? For us, I think, for Black, white, and brown people, because I know a lot of white people. I'm just saying. And there's some survivors. They cook damn good too. Had a best friend who was white from Arkansas. And oh my God, that woman could cook some food. But the point I'm trying to make with that is that she understood, and her family understood, the law of the land. And they were Democrats. And she understood the recipes and gardening and surviving off the land, right? And so, I come from that. I'm cut from that kind of cloth too. Is that I understand that the things that I've been through in my lifetime, that I was always able to do the homework to help me evolve as a survivor, not to be complacent, but taking the lowest things that happened to me in life and tweaked what was so god awful bad. I was able to tweak it and find some smither of light that could help me survive, to help me survive. And those pieces that I put together helped me become stronger as I continue to live, as God continue to bless me, being on this earth, because I do feel earth is heaven. We feel when we die. Well, is there heaven out there? Okay, maybe there's some purgatory thing out there that's out there right now. I'm just saying, for me, I'm a witness to this. I'm living right now, and I got to make this place right now my heaven. All right, I got to find beautiful things about it. So again, welcome to my live. I'm Rhonda, and I'm gonna finish reading the chat here. Lady Reese's Cup said, "Fix your crown." Let me see. Fix your crown. I know. So I'm trying to fix it. Uh, Let me try to catch up on this. Okay, then. Yes, Reese's Cup. We have to stay prepared. These are going to change, and things are okay. We see that, and then yes, Rhonda facts, and then Reese says, "Really, it really is lies upon lies, right?" And and then Reese's Cup told Carter Show, "Sports have a wonderful day," and then Lola says, "I'm back again. What I miss?" And then Lady Libra says, "Yes, Rhonda, so true. He did exactly that. We also witnessed the real reason Kamala lost, and the majority of men and women didn't want a woman president. Exactly. I mean, they didn't want a white woman, Hillary Clinton. She's ran for president, a woman who happens to be white. They didn't vote her in, so they were trying to, they got off the couch over 80 million registered voters in 2020. And 2020 sat on the couch. Guess what? Trump told them some things, made them feel good, confident, and they were feeling themselves. They got off the couch. And a lot, I didn't say all 80 million of them were MAGA supporters, but a lot of them, you know, I mean, we understand the white numbers, the percentages of blacks in this country, right? We understand what it's about 12% black people, and the rest is everybody else. Majority is white. So we know that there are white people in this country that, that wanted Kamala to win. That they flipped from Republican to Democrat to win to get to vote for Kamala. So I'm telling you things how the Trump presidency, how him getting elected, how we could benefit from that, and how that's what happens. It makes it where we can blow the dust off of stuff we've been really wanting to use, and now to use that, because sometimes you can be so complacent as a Democrat, and there's some things that we could blow the dust off and actually again use. Democrats, we become better when we are under pressure. That's just how we roll. I'm talking about Democrat Congress. I mean, this is how we roll. When we're under pressure, we thrive. We thrive. So Lady Libra says, yeah, I read that. Okay. So, and then Lady Libra says, "Have a good day at the Carter Show Sports. Have a good day. And make sure you come back. I mean, I look forward to that." And then Carter Show Sports says, "I appreciate everyone. Have a nice day. Remember, I'm not a Trump supporter. I just was saying what happened. I'm a supporter of myself." Hey, Carter Show, I put him back in a neutral zone, didn't I? I mean, if he's a Trump supporter or not, it doesn't matter. That's the problem with what he was not listening. He wasn't listening to what I was saying. His ears was full of wax, and he wanted to just hear what he wanted to hear, and he's been stagnant. So I knocked the dust off that shit. Knock the dust off. So now he's like, "I appreciate everyone. Have a nice day. Remember," we don't want to remember if you're not a Trump supporter. What you say resonated. And then so I just elaborated. Be good and be great. Never was against anyone. Blah, 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 blah. I just, corrected you. And then Lady Lee, and he's gone. So, yes, Rhonda, true. He did exactly that. And then Lady Libra, have a good day. Okay. So did I catch up on the chat? Okay. We caught up on the chat. So how are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Welcome. I'm Rhonda, and I'm from Texas, and I try to fix myself, my lipstick. Make sure I'm looking fine as wine. I'd really work on that. I don't have to do much though. So that's what I was reading about before we had a special guest, Carter Show, came in. And then what I wanted to share, Mike Aldana sent me an email. And Mike, and shout out to Mike Aldana. And so I was reading uh, about President Biden has been asked to pick Jack Smith for federal court. And if you all don't know who Jack Smith, Rhonda, smack that ass. Lola says, I mean, what's more there to say? I'm not trying to brag, but what did he think? That he wanted to test the waters? He wanted to keep me in check? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. It's not how you have a conversation. You have a conversation where we could welcome people without calling names, and then maybe, Kata Show can, you know, journal about the language that he's using and tighten up on some things as far as you can be in opposition, but that if you're saying things negatively, then understand that the negative language reveals how what you carry in your heart, and if it's negative, then your heart has got a lot of heavy weight it doesn't need. And just go out there and do some journaling and you know get those sight words that was overused in a negative way, those sight words, and then redefine them, and then when you redefine them, then maybe you could apply them to yourself. I mean, that's for everybody. Apply that language to yourself to try to tweak some things and then just work on self, because it is all about us working on ourselves. You know, it's all about us working on ourselves, because when I told you, that I corrected him, what I'm saying clearly and basically when I correct him, that means it's that I'm standing strong on my own 2 feet, and I'm using this as a place to express myself, but also maybe there's some people out there can pick up on some things, and probably sometimes when people see black women, they misinterpret, they can roll up on us. And then they backtrack and they go on reverse because sometimes people are wanting subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just have to say, well, if people cannot identify those negatives, that means they're not smart enough to understand what the English language is, and getting those nouns and adjectives and identifying those adjectives and saying, okay, and Google, and YouTube has free classes on Googling negative words and taking the time instead of having a show about sports. Maybe they need to have a show about the English language and then learn how to talk, you know, because it shows a very strong sign of weakness. So, yes, Biden can do that. He has presidential powers, and if Trump thinks that he can turn over a lot of things, he cannot. And why do I say that? Because even though he has stacked the Supreme Court with Republicans, it doesn't mean that the Republican Supreme Court is going to work in his favor. Because if you notice, the Supreme Court did not approve all things that Trump had submitted to them. What Trump and his followers failed to understand, what they failed to understand is that there are a lot of Republicans that are in power, that are in Congress, right? That are going to help Democrats while Biden is still a president, to help them pass some things and approve some things that will protect democracy. We still have the Senate. Trump ain't president yet. We still have the Senate and the MAGA. That is not a whole lot in the House. They're Republicans. MAGA and Republicans are at war. Hey, Daydream, what's up? Daydream 1990s, my niece. Hello, beautiful. They're at war. Republicans are a broken party. Broken parties don't thrive immediately in one term. They don't. They don't thrive in one term. You can't change hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of a Declaration of Independence and flip that over in just 4 years. It just doesn't work that way. Now, Trump thinks he can do it because he feels the majority is in his favor. Just because he has in the numbers as being president, it doesn't mean that he has the majority of the hearts and minds of this country. There are even people who is George Bush who don't like what he represents. And that's our great old democracy that's put in place that can put protections together to protect our democracy. That's why a presidency of Trump is good for us, because it teaches us on how to be more in opposition, how to fight, how to blow the dust off the stuff we've been wanting to use for so long. There are autocrats, there is NATO, and there is people around the world that support United States and our democracy. Not only do we have local entities here that have a lot of power that is about promoting democracy, but there are Republicans also that want to promote democracy, and they are against Trump. So we have a lot of laws that we have been trying to pass during lame duck session while Republicans are out there on vacation and they're out there doing their thing. Uh, Democrats have chose to work and camp out and go ahead and do what we supposed to do so Biden can sign off before he leaves office. So people say, why does it take so long? What, several months before a person is the next person that won the election for them to be sworn in? Why does it take so long? This is why. This is why it takes so long. Because if the person is not representing the party, like Biden's party, which is Democrats, then we got to tighten up shit. We got to put shit on lock. And when I say lock, that means to protect democracy and our rights as human beings, and equality and fairness and social security. And also, even though the numbers of Hispanics, Latinos rose in numbers to vote for Trump, it still doesn't mean that all Hispanics and Cubans and Latinos, Mexicans are for Trump. And what people fail to realize is that there is an election coming up in the spring. There's another election, local elections coming up in the spring. Pay attention. Go to democrat.org and sign up so you can get those alerts. When your local elections, they are important, because we could say, well, we have a President Trump. He's Republican, but he's not Republican. He's Trumpican, because he don't like being Republican, right? And then we also have, they said, well, we got local people who are Democrats who are running the office. Look, don't ever underestimate the person of throwing a coup in our country and taking over. Let's don't play that lightly. Don't do that, because did Ukraine think that Putin was going to take over and have a war, killing many innocent people in Ukraine? Yeah, they were kind of preparing for that. I'm just saying. But during war, no one really expects it to be as bad as it can really, 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 really get. I mean, America wasn't expecting, they were kind of sleeping, on the fact that people came in, the opposition came in and blew up Pearl Harbor. Americans were sleeping on that. And the opposition sneaked in and blew up Pearl Harbor. The reason I'm mentioning this is because anything can happen, even to the great great of the old USA, great United States of America. So that means is why the forefathers even put together a voting system, right? We just worked on making sure, as Democrats, that women could vote. Did you know that black men had the right to vote before white women? Anyone know that? Huh? Why you think you got black men out there who are Republican? Because they feel even superior over white women. So don't get that shit twisted. And then white women, we vote, we needed our rights so we could vote. White women could vote too. And that came later, right? So we're trying to protect that. Trumplicans don't give a rat's ass about truly taking the freedoms from women when it comes to our bodies, even though they do want to monopolize on stripping that away and making it America great again, right? In their eyes. But also, what we fail to understand is that Republicans who voted to cancel out, and they weren't Trumplicans, by the way. Republicans against Trump voted to get rid of Roe versus Wade. They shot their own selves in the fucking foot, y'all. How dumb. It's why their Republican Party is broken. So MAGA comes in there, oh, we don't want to rock the name QAnon anymore. We don't want to, hi, Nodulista. We don't want to rock that QAnon anymore. Let's evolve and call it MAGA. Make America Great Again, MAGA. Let's re-identify. They're always re-identifying shit by stealing ideas from other people. But one thing about those ideas, they don't work. And if it appears to work, you ever seen like popsicle sticks? And you make a house out of popsicle sticks? Oh no, I'm showing my age right now. But with popsicle sticks, that shit don't last, does it? It crumbles down. And that's what's going to happen. Because even too many people regret their vote for Trump. It doesn't mean it affects the momentum of our country in a negative way. It means that it works for us that the people who voted for Trump, it works in our benefit that they regret. And they are going to do everything in their power to fix that shit because they have to live with the guilt of voting for the wrong person. That's why it's good that Trump, that Trump won the presidency. I gave some examples why it's good, why it's going to benefit us, how to fight against these people who have used laws and used them for dirt. That now we have a lot of old head Democrats like James Carville who still got their brains. Biden still got his brains. Still, Clinton still got his brains. We have these folks, white Democrat men, Lyndon Bain Johnson men, white Kennedy men, not that RFK motherfucker ain't worth shit, but the other Kennedys and the Gavin Newsoms and Jewish celebrities and the Taylor Swifts, the Lady Gagas and the Beyoncés, who all have money, who have power to influence and fix this shit to remind you that we didn't lose. That there's a lot of black people, white people, black men who didn't vote. There's a lot of there's a lot of black men who voted Republican who regret their vote because guess what's happening here in Texas? It's become personal. And I'm not going to share any names because of respect to privacy, but it's personal. Okay? That I have a lot of wonderful family members who work for the oil and gas business. Are you ready to hear this? Making a lot of money. They're white bosses. Understand the owners of the oil and gas businesses are the billionaires. And they open up LLCs and corporations, and they've been putting them under Hispanic names so they could benefit from the affirmative action. But the real owners, it's not necessarily the Hispanic people. They're given a title, right? They're given authority, but they're worker bees, like all of us, right? Just do the work. But the people who are making most of the money are the billionaires who open up these corporations under LLC, some other things, and they opened up these oil and gas businesses, but it's really billionaires and the billionaires who controlling the politicians here in Texas. Greg Abbott got his election because of the oil and gas business. Yeah, we could brag, oh, well, Texas is wealthy. Da, da, da. Yeah, we're benefiting from that. We don't have to idolize these motherfuckers. We have the right to vote against that shit. These people who are buying the votes. But these people who own the corporations and LLC of the oil and gas businesses, they are now firing black employees because they demand a higher pay, and they're replacing them with Hispanics, Mexicans. I'm not mad at that. the great thing about this happening is that it's changing the trajectory of the political climate. And black men who were Republican working for oil and gas businesses are now pissed and they're saying, I'm not going to vote for Trump. I regret my fucking vote. That's another good reason why Trump won the presidency, because it pushes these independents and these black Republicans who voted for Trump for the majority. It's showing them their mistakes, their vote regrets. It's showing them their mistakes. And some people have to be moved in this country by making a mistake first and falling flat on their damn faces in order to go, oh shit, I was wrong. There's percentages that have to learn from that. Me, I don't. I mean, you could just tell me, and you don't have to tell me twice. And I'm like, I'm obedient. I'm like, okay, I got it. But there are people got to fall on their fucking faces to really change. And it will take this Trump presidency to really prove to them that they were wrong. So I don't really care about cottage show sports, you know, in that way when it comes to him telling me what he meant or what he did mean or him confessing that he didn't vote Republican or that he didn't call me stupid. I didn't care about that. What I cared about was making sure that my voice was heard. What I cared about was making sure that I was able to present myself in a way that's had been like dormant. That I had to really felt great about what I did. Reese's cup. Oh boy, I'm gonna feel so freaking good now. um, my husband saw me get so spirited. My beautiful, gorgeous husband tiptoe through the tulips and walked away to give me my space so I can lay it out there. Um, and then Lola says, "Smack that ass," and then Lola's laughing. And Daydream says, "Good morning, Aunt Rhonda. Good morning, my sweet niece, Daydream." And and then also Reese's Cup says, "Hey, Daydream." And Lady Libra and sharing the love in the house. Hello, family. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. Welcome, family. Um, and then Lady Libra telling Reese's Cup facts, and Reese's Cup said that's why it's ridiculous. It's only for white men to rise up, right? And that's why anyone supporting this is dazed and confused, and it's not a let's wait and see. It's oh hell no, right? Reese's Cup. Shout out to Reese's Cup and Lady Libra DC for life and Lola Cowboys and the Cotta Show Sports. And shout out to Naja Lista 90s and Daydream 1990s. Shout out to the family here in the chat room. Thank you for being here. And that's what I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you all for your support. We're almost 3 hours into the live. I guess it's two. Is it 2 hours and 48 minutes? I want to go ahead and make this an even number, 3 hours. And I wanted to share with y'all. Don't go nowhere. I want to tell y'all what I've been working on. Don't go nowhere. Hi, Cotta Show Sports. Hello, sweetheart. And I'm subscribed to Cotta Show, by the way. I'm subscribed to Cotta Show. We can be different. We can be different. I'm a black woman. I could be passionate about my shit and I could cuss and still be horny at the same time. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just how I am. I'm wired like that. I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a different kind of lady. That's right. I am. I am. I'm special like that. So I'm a queen. That's right. We are queens up in here. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And you stand strong. You stand true to your convictions. You stand strong. Even I have a short out there that I did. Even if you go broke, my whole life, I've been broke many times. I filed bankruptcy 3 times in my life. It wasn't because I wasn't smart in money management. It's because people had their knee on my neck, uh, got laid off from the job. Politics took strong position, lost my house, lost my car, was homeless. And ever since my homelessness, I rose. And I rose high because after that, I never filed bankruptcy again. Bankruptcy, there are laws put in place that helped me survive. And we're Americans. We have a right to use laws to protect ourselves. God damn it, the Republicans are using those laws and shutting down their companies and laying off people and not wanting to pay unemployment to their employees. So, guess what they're doing? They're filing bankrupt so they don't have to pay their employees bankrupt. These motherfuckers out there have been doing it. And I'm broke and I'm not doing it illegally. I'm using the laws that are put in place for me to use. And I use them and I filed bankruptcy 3 times. And after my homelessness and working through programs of self sufficiency, I was able to breathe. I was able to get back financially strong. And I ended up getting into a place where my credit was built up to like almost 800. It was 764, my credit. And then when I was helping my family, my credit hit rock bottom again. So I'm working now on getting my credit back up to where it needs to be. And I wished, when we win the election, the Democrats, and we could help do some credit report reform and not let it be where when there are inquiries that take us down. Who put that lame shit in law? Well, if you get an inquiry, it makes your points go down in your credit. Who did some shit like that? How dumb is that? Really? An inquiry? You're trying to get credit, there's an inquiry, and then it brings your credit low. Who put some shit like that in law? I have an idea who did. I have an idea who did. Old white men. Well, you get a thing on your credit inquiry. So hopefully we can do some we as voters, we can vote in credit report reform. How about that? Maybe we could run on that too. Maybe that matters more with people to get them to vote, right? Democrat. Come up with some sensible things. I'm not saying what Kamala did was not sensible. She ran a perfect campaign. But now, since we didn't win, it doesn't mean that we are losers. So get that out your head. Don't be depressed. Rise above. And when you walk out your door, let the sun hit you where the good Lord split you. Okay, probably don't bend over too far, okay? But what I'm saying, feel the cold weather and enjoy it. Make Thanksgiving your best Thanksgiving. Make friends with people like the Cotta Show Sports. We don't have to have a slumber party and jump on the bed and have a pillow fight and goose feathers all over the fucking place. And we don't have to allow anybody to come up in our house and tell us how to run our shit either. We have to put people in their place. He ain't running shit. He could come here. He's invited to express his opinions, but he gonna have to respect me. And even if he goes in his little corner, jacking off, jerking off, got jello in the mattress and having sex in the mattress, even if he has to jerk his shit off and skeet all over the place to make him feel like he's still a man, so be it. But if he gonna roll up in here with Rhonda's lovely sparks, then you're gonna be put back in your place. And necessarily, it doesn't have to be, us putting him on timeout, unless he says something racist, racially insensitive, unless he says something that's gender insensitive, because I can handle his ass and everybody else that comes up in here, because I need to sharpen my tools and keep my shit on fleek, because I've gotten a little rusty. Oh, I see Reese's cup. I love you all. I love you all too. That's so cool, y'all. So cool. So give me a minute. I ain't through yet. Let's get to this real quick. So let me tell you what I'm doing on my channel. Your girl been busting her ass. I've been up every night. I've been trying to get shit together. I've been trying to get remonetized again. I have to reapply January 27. Okay. Now, do I expect to be rewarded monetization? Probably not. I'm used to having a life that gets fucked up from time to time. Shit happens. Okay. How many elections did a Republican win? Did I want to jump off the cliff? No. I'm going to live and make it through this mofo. If it hurts me, God damn it, we're going to win the election somewhere again on down the line. And just because someone's out there talking trash, you don't let them get you down. You thrive from their negativity, and how do you do that? How do I thrive from the negativity? Because there's always something, there's a lining somewhere that's going to benefit you. There's something great that's going to benefit you somewhere from the opposition. You're going to win. This is life. Take practice right now, because life got some more shit to throw out at you. Use this channel, where you can bounce back and be around friends. And maybe there's going to be a point where I'm going to have to up my contact list, where we have each other's addresses in case, Project 2025 is feeling themselves and want to skeet all over the wall, from the windows to the wall, and then get rid of internet. You just never know what's going to happen. So maybe we need to, go back what our grandparents did. They put they backed an envelope. That's what they called it. Put a stamp on the envelope. We got to mail each other. Probably got to get back with those things back in the day and use those resources. And sit on the porch and eat some watermelon and some fried chicken and get the rocking chairs back out again and start feeling life in a different way. You see? Start feeling life in a different way and not so dependent on the internet if it becomes taken from us. Because Elon, he's feeling himself and he's like, oh, well, I bought tickety-tockety. Well, motherfucker, you didn't buy Facebook. And you're given a lame ass title in the White House. I mean, what you gonna do? He trying to act like fucking Hubert Humphrey. What's his name? Hubert Humphrey. Hubert Humphrey, by the way, was Democrat. You lame bastard. Hubert Humphrey. He was a billionaire. He put his hands all off in Hollywood and did some space. Became very rich. Involved in different things, space, and all kinds of experiments and movies and stuff. But Elon ain't no damn Hubert Humphrey. It it's wrong, not Hubert Humphrey. What's his name, y'all? Help me with that. The millionaire that had sex with almost all the Hollywood stars. It's not Hubert Humphrey. But anyway, y'all look that up. I'm gonna be wrong. I'll put the correction in the comments somewhere. What I meant, if I did mean it. But y'all know what I'm talking about. It's billionaire back in the day. Elon ain't that. Elon is a billionaire that's dumb, but uses money to get his way. He ain't wrapped too tight. I mean, how he's gonna turn TikTok, not TikTok. Correction, Twitter. I think TikTok is owned by Chinese, which is probably going to end up getting shut down too. So get your friends' addresses. Start mailing letters. I think the post office will probably still have a job. Stamps are probably go up. Be prepared for that. You just got to do things like we used to do. Reese's Cups, oh my God, I was thinking that last night. He's planning on destroying the post office too. So good luck with that. We might have to trade pigeons. If he doesn't shoot the fucking pigeons down, because the fool is out there saying he don't believe there is what's it called, climate change. So he don't believe that the chemicals and poison stuff is killing our birds. That's why my husband and I we're advocates for wild birds too. So we have a bird sanctuary, a mini bird sanctuary where we have during the season of hummingbirds. We have hummingbird feeders out there to protect the life of the hummingbird. You know, they almost became extinct. And then we have wild bird food that we put out around the year round, you know, for wild birds, for the winter birds and for the spring birds and the summer birds. So we're big on advocating for birds and feral cats and cats. So yeah, we find something that we truly love and we invest in it. We put our hearts and minds into it. And then Lola's laughing at Reese's Cup, and then Reese's Cup said, we might not have the pigeons when people can't afford the grocery stores." And then we're gonna be having pigeon a la mode, garnished with a little bit of spicy sprinkles and chamoy. Right, Lola? Chamoy? The spicy chamoy garnished with pigeon ice cream and some little chocolate. Hell, probably chocolate probably affected because you putting tariffs on imported chocolate. So we're gonna have to go out there and find us some wild stuff out there, wild blackberries and thyme, and start growing these things on our patios and city gardens and stuff. It opens the door. Trump presidency opens the door for us to live our best self, our best self, our best selves. Right? I know I keep wanting to get to the because I read the chat and I love reading chat. Keep it going, keep it going. Quickly, 60 seconds. It might take me more. So your girl been working all night, and I'm trying to put together a stream of the Night of the Living Dead for Thursday, Thanksgiving. And what that means is that I'm trying to learn how to. I have these big ass files. It's like 94 MGs, big giant files, and I've been using more of how to condense the files to a smaller size, so I can condense a 7 hour video to a 10 megabyte instead of a 94 megabyte. I can condense it large files where I could, upload files faster and do more things and run files longer. I'm thinking that YouTube, you can only upload a video, not live stream. You can live stream 24 hours, but you can upload a video. I don't know if it's 6 hours to 10 hours max. I can't remember. I don't know if it's 6 hours max. But don't quote me on that. It's either 6 or 10. I've been training so hard. My brain is tired. Get started. Y'all Google it. Just use Google. So far, we still got Google. We don't know how long Google will be around. And then Reese's Cup says the internet is truly how people connect and communicate. He wants control of the stations for a reason. Yes, and let me remind y'all about something that's going to help y'all learn from Roland Martin, because I always let people know where I get my information. Roland Martin, he was talking about how Trump is wanting to control um, radio stations and television broadcasts. And what I found out, the FDIC, and this is another thing on how Trump election has made us. Trump presidency is going to be good for us. How we could be more in opposition. I want to also tell you the indivisibles. Make a note of that. Then I'm going to go back to the other. Indivisibles. Google that. It is a group that was put together during Obama terms. What the indivisibles do. Please, to me, this is probably one of the most important websites out there than all the websites I'm subscribed to. The indivisibles. Join it. It's free. The Indivisibles is a website that gives you the tools that you need. I haven't read that in months, though. I need to catch up on it, but I'm a member of it. What it's based out of, the Indivisibles group is what helped Obama win office. And what they do, they tell you how, they give you some tips on what to be aware of around you. There's also places, the Indivisibles, how do you call it? Indivisibles Club. Howard Hughes. What did I say? Herbert Hughes? Howard Hughes. Thank you. Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes. That's it. Thank you. Reese's Cup. The Indivisibles, they also have chapters close to where you live. Thank you, Reese's Cup. The Indivisibles. Google. Join. Get their newsletters every month. Sign up. And they give you tips on how to be effective with your party, with your Democrat Party. They give you tips on how to be effective and united as one and being effective. They give you updates. They give you more than what I'm telling you. So I'm just asking you, please trust me with that. Indivisibles. Indivisibles mean it's a proactive Democrat system put together to help, to be united, to be informed, to be effective, to be educated on what's happening. The Indivisibles, please. Okay. Now, back on quickly, I'm 3 hours and 8 indivisible.org. Thank you for posting that. Thank you. I love my mods. Thank you, indivisible.org. Please. That's one of my greatest resources. I've been in politics for many years. And what that means is that I also have a political group, a private political group. So I also get information I share with you all. Yes. Thank you, Reese's Cup. Indivisible.org. Please go into that link. Go ahead, write it down. If you're at work, you can't do it, but please sign up. My husband and I have been members of it for 15 years. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. And it gives you tools on how to be united. It's easy stuff. You don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to have a psychiatry degree, a master's degree in psychiatry. It's very fundamental and friendly for everybody to use. And it just lets you know on a larger scale what we are doing. To me, it's one of the most important things outside of becoming a member, a subscriber of the WashingtonWhiteHouse.org. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, get those two. It lets you know what Washington, what the White House, the president, and the White House is doing. Trump, you want to stay up on what he's doing so you know how to fight against it. So I've been working on those files, playing. I'm trying to learn how to do longer, longer videos, and those longer videos. I had a friend of mine on YouTube that wanted me to see if I can do, like, for example, play Night of the Living Dead for 6 hours or 10 hours nonstop. Okay, nonstop. Because people, believe it or not, they'll play it while they're doing something else. Whether they're doing college homework, whether they're doing gardening, or they'll just play it because they're cooking and they just like having that in the back of their head. You know, like The Godfather, they have it on TV where they have The Godfather on continuous play. The Godfather on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. It's one of the highest viewerships on holiday. Well, The Walking Dead too, but I have the Night Living Dead. So I'm learning how to do that. And I get a lot of watch time hours for it, but I have to also tweak it where it's not reuse of content. So I've been learning how to incorporate some things into my videos where I'm avoiding the reuse of content. I plan to do that for you all on Thanksgiving, where the chat room will be available 6 to 10 hours. The chat room will be available where you all can pop in and out, and have a place just to go. Or you all could spend time, build your friends, build your subscribers, build your people up, where you all can chat in the chat room and have that available for 6 or 10 hours. Your circles, you can network in that chat space. That's what I've been working on, doing something for you all too, number one. And also I've been working on ASMRs. I have not forgotten my fan base that loves my ASMRs. And I'm having to repurpose that so that won't be reuse of content, because it looks like all my ASMRs are reuse of content, even if it's YouTube approved. Copyright and reuse of content is two separate things YouTube has out there. Two separate things. They don't gel together, two separate. So what's approved through copyright, like my free stock videos and free stock photos, is not approved. It's not a part of reuse content, two separate things. So I have to repurpose my work. And so if you see some reruns, I'm taking that great material, repurposing that great material, and putting it back out there on my channel that is not reuse of content, that's monetization compliant. So I want to break that down to you all. I know I'm from Texas, y'all. I talk a little slow. I just don't get to my point and skip things. I'm from Texas. I'm very thorough. I'm an proud overthinker. That's just what I wanted to give y'all, verbal video update of what I'm doing with the channel and what I'm working on. So I'm learning some new things. I'm tweaking. I'm not twerking. I'm tweaking. And thank you all for the spirited conversation today. Also, a shout out to Carter Show Sports. I don't know. I got to go check him out and see what he represents. I know he can't be no Dallas Cowboy fan, but again, he could be. He could be a Cowboy fan if I'm subscribed to him. Got to keep people in check, y'all. Got to get on their asses. I love you all. And I thank you all so much for being a part of my live channel. We've been 3 hours for Rhonda's Lovely Sparks Live. I've been 3 hours. Thank you so much for your inspiration. I love you. One more thing. Don't go. Don't go. He's a Cowboys fan. Oh, okay. We got a lot of cray cray people that are cowboy fans too. Doesn't mean we jail. We got a lot of racist cowboy fans. We got a lot of racist black people against black people. Don't put yourself in a box and think everything is like that. You got to step outside the box and know that, racism is different. It's worse. It's come more in the same color. It's more visible in different things, not just white and black. It's white, black, and brown, and different complexions. And you're living in a trailer home, and you're living in a brick home, and you live in an apartment, and you live in this zip code. They're always finding ways to segregate, so they can measure the physicality of the algorithms to keep us separate, so they can profit from that. That's just, unfortunately, that's what they do. Also, what's going to post, if it already hasn't posted already, my community tab. You all check out the community tab, because I keep all updates in there. I also have added, going into the new year, prayer requests. So people have prayer requests. If it's confidential, send it to my email and let me know how you want me to word the prayer request. But I also have prayer requests. You can put it in the comments too, if it's not confidential. We're going to start doing prayer requests for the group. And some more new fresh things. So check out the rest of the stuff. And I'm behind in posting my husband's great recipes. I'm going to catch that back up. Be patient with me. I'm just trying to do things, prioritize things, and trying to be compliant when it comes to trying to get monetized. But also, I'm expected not to be monetized again. I could live with that. I just love a challenge, right? I'm like, I'm going to challenge this and I'm going to win. But, we're going to just take one day at a time, sweet Jesus. And shout out to Lola. Thank you for the cherries. I might just put it on my purse. I might just, and remember, all of y'all ladies out there, you are queens. And if you're a man and you see yourself as a queen, then you're a queen. And if you see yourself as a queen, then you're a queen. Okay. It's like, you got to take your identity back. You can't have anybody rolling up in your space and telling you what they think you should be for them, or what you should be saying for them. And in their opinion, you doing things for them. Ain't nobody control this shit over here. Ain't nobody. No. I mean, as far as the naysayers, my friends can do anything they want. But the naysayers, opposition, think they feeling themselves and come up here and roll up on me thinking they could do a drive-by. That ain't gonna happen. You're gonna have to back the fuck up. I'm from the country. I'm from the country. Back the fuck up. I'm from Texas. I love you all. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all so much. I really do. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Howdy, Rhonda. Just dropping it. Hey, Mike, you're going to love this. Mike, shout out to Mike Aldana. Thank you so much, Mike Aldana. I looked at I talked about what you sent me in an email. You're going to love it. There was a very, very passionate conversation earlier. Oh my God, Mike, it was wonderful. Oh, it's great. Ask Lola and Nigel, asking Lola and Reese's Cup and Nigel listen, daydream about that. Yeah. Ooh, and Mike loves politics. You're gonna love it, because I ripped him a new asshole. He's gonna be back. He's probably here, and he's probably gonna say, "He didn't rip me a new asshole." You didn't rip me a new asshole. Well, I got you to repeat what I said, didn't I? I tore you a new asshole. Look at Reese's Cup. Love y'all. I'm at my country ass. I love being country. I do. I'm country. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm country. My God, Donna, please check out the replay. This is up your alley, my love. Oh my God. Mark Holmes was here, and my husband and Mark Holmes, they were talking about uh uh just trying to see if I can find a proper word. Um their jewels. They're sharing recipes, nutsack topics. Oh my God, it was so much testosterone in here today. Yeah. So love you all. And I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. I love you.